Okay, today I got about 8 people coming for supper today, 8 or 9. So I'm going to do something a little bit simple. I'm going to do goulash. Okay, goulash fairly simple. I'll go through this pretty fast. I know a lot of you have cooked goulash 100 times. It's a good simple meal. Cooks out pretty fast. It's cold outside. It's pretty good. Okay, goulash is. First thing I'm going to start with today, and I'm going to try to, if I can when I get done, I'm going to try to go ahead and post some of the recipes if I can, but they're not that complicated. Okay, it's not. Most of you out there know. Start out with about 2 pounds of hamburger. Okay, go with 2 pounds of that. You can go with a little more, a little less. You might 2 pounds works out about right for what we're doing. Okay. All right. I cook with gas simply because I can't cook with electric. Okay, gas seems to be what I cook with most of the time. That's just what I do. Okay, all right. Okay, come on over here, honey. Get a shot down on the skillet. Okay. Now, when we do this, what we're going to do, we're going to do some. I get green pepper. I'm not green pepper, but
green pepper.
Yeah, green pepper. Green pepper. It's called green pepper. Okay, green pepper. A little bit of seasoning, and onion. We're going to go with that in there to give it. I'm going to go ahead and put it in now. Give it a pretty good taste. Okay. Get a little bit on the stove. Not bad though. Okay. All right. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Just a little bit. Have to get it open first. Gonna get it. It's not a problem. Just sprinkle a little bit of Worcestershire on it. I've used it a lot in the past. Not used this specific bottle a lot in the past. First time I've used it. Yeah, it looks like good. Okay, I hit it with a little bit of garlic. Okay. Whoops. How much garlic do I got on there? 3 teaspoons. That's a lot of garlic. I think my people would be okay with it. I'm trying to read the recipe just a little bit, this goulash recipe. Oh, it's a little late for that. Okay, all right. Here's the deal. Okay, I'm trying a new skillet. Okay, brand new skillet. Let's get a little close up of this so you can sort of see it. All right, this is a brand new skillet. They guarantee it to cook fast. Okay, now it cooks like, the skillet worked pretty good. That's a pretty good skillet there. All right, if it seemed like it cooked up pretty good, I like that. All right, I'm going to give it. All right, something I use a lot of that I like is these this Texas toast. Okay, simple, it's quick. My people are all right. I've got 2 groups coming today for supper. One group's coming, the early group. The other group's coming. They'll be a little later. Okay, so I have to I've got to cook 1 run of bread early, 1 run of bread just a little bit later. Yeah, I'll put the other ones in if we need them. We'll put them on the table and eat them. Okay. All right, I'm going to do those. I'm going to get a little bit of garlic. I'm going to hit them with just a little bit of garlic salt too. Just give it a little more garlic. Not much coming out of that thing. Okay, we hit these in the oven at 400 degrees for, takes about 10 to 15 minutes. You just have to sort of play them by ear. They turn out pretty good. I'm going to set them over at the oven, get them ready. I'm going to give them just a minute before I put them in so they'll be hot for them. They'll be here around 6 to eat. So I'm going to give it just a little bit of time before we shove those in. Okay. Something else I'm going to use tonight that I've never used before. Okay. It is Taste of Inspirations garlic knots. Got these at Food Line. They come highly recommended. I mean highly recommended by a young lady and that I really respect and appreciate her opinion. Really easy to do. You just 6 garlic knots in here. I have to cook these in 2 runs because I have an early crowd and a late crowd for supper tonight. You just poke a couple holes in this and then you put them in the oven at 375 degrees. Pretty good. We'll find out for sure. I'll let you know. Those garlic knots work out pretty good. I got the oven preheating for that. The oven is preheating, so I'm going to give it just a minute before I put those in there and try to stage it all out about right. Okay, now, I don't think I'm going to drain that off, Jan. I don't know. I better go ahead. Okay. All right. This is what I'm going to do here. Okay. I'm going to hit this. Go ahead and put my beef in. Okay. Then I'll go with my sauce, my macaroni, my everything. I'll pull all those things in there and get that going. It's going to be, but this is just sort of a goulash. You can't really hurt it a whole lot. It's pretty good. I use a little bit of beef broth in it. We'll hit it with a little, it says 2 cups of beef broth, but I do all this cooking to feel. If I don't do it. Okay. I just sort of feel it out a little bit, see what I like. I got a better pot. See if you can get a shot of this pot, Jen. Okay. I got a little better pot that I like a little better than this one, but this one seems to cook faster. I don't know why, but it does. Okay. I'm going to drop this beef in to here. All right. Get this ready. Okay. All right. You can see this right here. Shot of that. Okay, now I'm going to hit a little bit of beef broth. I'm not going to hit probably 2 cups like it calls for at first. I'm not going to do that much. I'm going to sort of fill it out on beef broth. Okay, it gives it a real good shot. I'm going to see what it's like once I get to adding everything into it because I don't want my goulash too runny. I like a goulash just a little bit not runny. Okay, all right. Get that just a little bit. If you can get a shot of this spot here for me. Yeah, got it? Okay. Now, I'm going to hit it with a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put my tomatoes in. Hit it with the tomatoes. Now, I'm using these Del Monte diced. I didn't strain these because I wanted to leave that juice in it and give that a little more, just to give it a little more taste. Okay. 2 cans of that. Okay, now. All right, and you can use the tomato sauce. Okay, but what I do is I'm going with before I put what I want in there, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a little bit of Italian seasoning. If you can get this, Jan, for me, I'm gonna hit it with seasoned salt, a little Italian seasoning. I might hit it with a little more garlic. I'll see in just a second. I don't like it too runny, and I don't think it will be once I get done. I just don't like my goulash real runny. Okay. A little bit of this. I take the lid off because it wears me out trying to get it out of it. Okay, now it calls for tomato paste, okay? But I'm going tomato sauce, I'm sorry. But I'm going with Prego flavored meat sauce, just like you use on spaghetti, okay? That's what I'm going to go with on this. All right, I'm not going to put it all in there. I'm going to give it just a second or two. All right, can you get a shot on this spot right here for me? Okay, you can see how we're doing. Okay. All right, turned out pretty good so far. Give it another little shot of Worcestershire, just a little bit. Okay. I put a lot of garlic in it already. I don't want to kill it out with garlic, but give it just a little more garlic. You can use the garlic cloves if you want to, but I'm not going to. Okay. All right. Now, got 2 cups of macaroni in with this. 2 cups, just regular macaroni, okay? Don't know if that's going to be enough. I'll see here in just a second. We want to put a little more macaroni in that. Ain't quite enough. I like a little more macaroni. I just don't like my goulash real runny. That's why I didn't kill it out with the beef broth. It costs a little more beef broth, but I think I get a little more sauce out of that Prego. This just is a regular elbows macaroni. Nothing complicated. This whole meal ain't complicated. Most of you watching have cooked it 100 times. But let me tell you this. I know you've probably made this meal before, but have you ever watched a video? I mean a video of an award-winning chef as he cooks this meal. I don't believe you have, because an award-winning. Now, I generally like to wear this the whole time I'm cooking, this ribbon, in honor of Susan Hankins. A lot of people out there that I had to really beat in order to do this. I think I'm going to give it another shot of macaroni. I can add a little more beef broth to this as I'm going once I started cooking. It won't hurt it. I don't think it will. I think a little more. I just don't like it. I don't think it goulash. All right. I want to make sure that you understand as I'm cooking this and you're watching this, you're watching an award-winning chef make goulash. Now, have I ever won any awards with this goulash? No, but it's just because I haven't entered it in any competitions, okay? But it's not over. I'm going to give it just a little bit more beef broth. I don't want much. And when I set this back on the oven, on the stove, I'll give it 20 minutes. I'll give it 20 minutes and let it sort of boil just a little bit. I'll let it boil, and then I'll let it simmer. Okay? Because macaroni always worries me. Okay? Macaroni just does. I just have a real, I didn't make spaghetti forever because it just worries me. Okay? About really being done. I don't know if I need any more of this or not. More Prego. I'm going to give it the whole thing of Prego. Why not? No sense in keeping that because Janice will just get mad if I have it. Okay. So you put that much of that in it, this much of this in it. Oh, man. This is beautiful. Okay. I'm going to put it on the stove. Okay. I'm going to bring it up to a little bit of a simmer. If you can get me a shot of this, Jan. Okay. I'm going to bring it up to a simmer. Then I'm going to stir it a little bit. Go ahead and work on the other stuff once we start that. Take about 20 minutes for this to get there. I'll be back in a minute. All right. Got to keep it. It's getting a little boil on, sort of boiling. Then I'm going to turn it down, see if I can make it simmer, which is hard to do on the gas stove. Simmering is not one of its better attributes, is it, Dan? Yeah. I'm going to start it on low here. Then I'll transfer it around a little bit. I started at 5:15. So I'm going to hold it to its mark on 20 minutes and see what happens. I'll let it simmer for 20, let it all together 20. I don't know which one. But anyway, I don't think you can hurt goulash a whole lot. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. All right, I'm trying to go through these recipes a little bit faster, but I'm not doing that good at it, okay? I try to cut them as much as I can, see what I can, but I can't do it that good. But a lot of these are not nothing fancy anyway. A lot of you home cook it all the time. Goulash, I like really doing goulash. I miss it a lot. It reminds me of when I was a boy. And one time when Janice, when I went to into the celebration, a bunch of us did, we went to Tennessee, she made it up for us and put it in little packages and had it where we could just thaw it out and cook it. So it reminds me of when I was young. But here we go. Garlic knots I was showing you just a few moments ago. 9 minutes, 375. You just poke a few holes in the bag, and that's where we go from, okay? They didn't kill Billy, they won't kill me. All right, over here, I got more garlic knots for later, but I've got the bread, okay? Bread, we put a little more garlic on, we done that. It says 420. My oven cooks a little hot, so I'm going to run it on 400 for about 15 minutes, but I'll watch it all the time. We'll watch it, make sure it does that. Everything's still going on here pretty good, looking pretty good. I turned it back up off of low and give it just a little bit more, but I heard. Did you hear gunfire? You heard? I heard gunfire. Gunfire again. Let me look at it. What in the world? Hey, y'all don't shoot so close to the house. I'm trying to film a program. Don't shoot so close to the house. Oh, Lord. I've never seen nothing like that. I live in a rough neighborhood. Pretty rough around here. A lot of people don't know how rough it is. I live in it's a pretty rough neighborhood. And the problem with living in a rough neighborhood when it's all family, it makes it a lot harder. It really does. Okay. Pretty close on the rest of this. Be back in a minute. Okay. Not French toast, but the garlic toast. It's pretty good. Okay. I'm going to try to handle it without throwing it across the room. Okay. Pretty good shape. Don't take long. You cannot take your eyes off of it while it's on there. And I'm not going to pick it up with my hand. Pretty good. Gets a little brown on the bottom. It's nice. I make it sometimes. Sometimes I don't make it. Sometimes I just take it like I got it and let it go. And it works out pretty good. But anyway, that's that part. Okay, I'll take this, set it back in here. While I'm not even going to cover that because we're pretty close on everything else. Get a shot of that, pretty easy. Get it out of there, get it from Food Line, and you can rock and roll with it. Turns out good. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna wait just a minute, and then we're gonna get it off the stove. We're gonna get the goulash off the stove, and we're gonna go from there. Probably another minute or two on the garlic knots, and we'll go from there. Be back in just a minute. Good thing that much. It's better if we don't turn him loose. Let's get the correct hand. Okay, we're going to go ahead now, and I'm going to put it in the warmer part of my supper group is already here, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in the warmer anyway. But before I put it in the warmer, I'm going to try to do something here because this is a good shirt. And as much as you think it won't, that stuff will splash on me. And when it does, I'll be tempted to say bad words, but I won't say them because John Colson is here. I'm tempted to say something like fuddy-duddy or oh no or something. So I'm going to bring this in. Okay. Move. I'm going to take it like this. Okay. Oh man. See, not many people, but an award-winning chef could actually do this to the extent of the perfection that I'm doing this. Okay? I know what you're thinking. Oh, John, you're bragging. No, bragging is not in my nature. I'm not a bragger. I don't brag on things that I do, major accomplishments, like being an award-winning chef. I don't brag on it. Okay? I stay pretty calm. Anyway, I can take off the apron. Now, a little shot of that there. Beautiful. Should be hanging somewhere in a museum, but it won't be. There'll be wild animals to grab it in a moment. Now, I've got another thing right here real quick. I'm going to bring this over because I don't know how hot it is, and I'm a little bit sensitive toward heat. Okay? They've been sitting in the bag for a few moments. These are the garlic knots. Okay? I don't understand exactly what garlic knots are, but Carter likes them awful well, and I fixed them. There they are. They look rather good. Rather good. Okay, here's where we are. We have garlic knots. We have garlic knots. We have goulash. These are garlic knots. And you have to watch, keep an eye on them because there's people that will steal them and take them away from you. I'm going to share a quick word of wisdom before we go off there, before I finish up this program. Really good. I got a lot of stuff. I got bread. I got all kinds of things going on here. But, you know, some things are not fair in life. They're really just not fair. And I want to share this quick, and you can go ahead and stop it if you're just interested in cooking. But I'm going to share something with you that's not fair. There's a lot of things in this world that are not fair. Let me tell you what's not fair. When Janice and I are getting ready to go somewhere, say we're going out at 6 o'clock to eat. I'm taking a nap. I take a nap till 5:45. Okay? I get up, I go in the bathroom, I brush my teeth, I throw water on my face, and I just sort of wipe my face off with a towel, and I'm ready to go. Meanwhile, she spent an hour, because she's a female, which makes it not fair, putting on her mascara, her base on her makeup, getting the stuff on her up on her eyebrows done, getting her hair just right, sort of blowing it out, making sure it's not too big, not too little, and then getting her clothes just right. I put on a flannel shirt and a t-shirt underneath it. That's not fair. It's really just not fair. But I just want you to know that I want to acknowledge that to the women of the world for your suffering and man's easy way of living. That's it. Thank you for watching Cooking with John Dash, the award-winning chef.